When people think of OnlyFans models, they oftentimes think of Corinna Crumb, Sophie Thunderstorm, or Ground Brie. While I can't stand these young OnlyFans models, I must say that there is a kind of OnlyFans type out there that bothers me even more. And no, it's not the grannies, it's not the fathers, it's the moms. Now, these moms really grind my gears because, for one, they subject their children and husbands to an insane amount of torture. Take Exhibit 1, for instance, Allie Ray. Now, just like most OFers out there, she started working a real job, signing up for the Navy at 17, and then getting discharged to go to nursing school. She was a great nurse allegedly because, according to herself, she was a fantastic nurse. Kinda narcissistic, but okay. Anyways, in her free time while working as a nurse, she started posting pictures of herself online to blow off steam. To her surprise, teenage boys really liked what they saw and convinced Allie to make an OnlyFans that eventually raked in about $250K monthly. While that's a bonkers sum of money, I don't think it made her husband and 3 children sleep any easier at night because they look absolutely mortified by all this. I have so many questions, like what do you think the kids say when they get asked what their mom does for work? There is no way they tell the truth. I feel like you would have to lie, or else you would get severely picked on at school. I would probably just say nurse and be done with it. Oh, and the husband? Has divorce and custody of the kids crossed his mind at all in this? I mean, he looks scared shitless. It has to have. But he is probably aware of the fact that if he does divorce her now, he would lose out on tens of millions of dollars. I mean, she is in her prime at 37 years old. That's at least how one child of an OnlyFans mother views it, and to be honest, when I was reading this next story, my jaw was on the floor. The headline reads, "Son creates sexy OnlyFans account for his mom, and he wants a cut." Get a load of this. The article reads, Leonardo Hathaway, 19, is going viral since launching an OF account for his bossamy mom, Lucan Duarte. I butchered that. "We have an incredible relationship between mother and child," said Hathaway, who works as a male model in London. Hathaway has posed without clothes for men's magazines before, but now the teen is backing his mom as she snaps sexy shots for strangers on the adult subscription site. "When asked if I support her, I always ask back, 'Why shouldn't I?' he said." Huh? When asked if I support her, I always ask back, "Why shouldn't I?" For so many reasons. But I honestly can't say those reasons on YouTube without probably getting banned, so I'm just gonna give you the PG version, my guy. It's gross, and the fact that you don't realize that is alarming, and therapy may be a good option. Pause. I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, but Rough and Dirty. What's the difference between a model in the Sports Illustrated magazine and these OF moms? Well, I would say that they're actually modeling something, and 2, I never said a model in a Sports Illustrated magazine is an honorable career either. Anybody that's 95% naked ain't great in any case. Resume. But yeah, Leonardo, you gotta stop. Find a real job and stop mooching off your mother.
Hey Ma, can we get some meatloaf?
Oh, and start acting like an actual child of an OF mother. You know, be scared, like this Reddit user. She sounds traumatized from it all. She posted, "My mom, 45, started doing boudoir photo shoots when I was in my sophomore year of high school. She would put the scandalous images around the house and with the help of my dad, frame and hang them. She also began posting them on Instagram." Oh Jesus. "The images around the house made me immediately uncomfortable since I really didn't want to see what was essentially my mom's, oh God, nudes. My friends slowly stopped coming over due to them, too. I told my parents how uncomfortable I was with the images, and my dad twisted my words to sound like I was shaming my mom and women. On Instagram, her photos started gaining traction, and she decided to start an OF. Word had spread through my school somehow, and immediately, a few students started talking about it around me. One came up to me and admitted he blanked 2 videos on my mom's OF. He promptly asked me for a blank with him and his girlfriend. The OF drama started to go from bad to worse, as whenever my parents would make content, they didn't concern themselves with the house shaking or noises. Again, I brought it up, and my dad's response was, "At least we love each other." I ended up blocking both my parents on Instagram so I wouldn't be bombarded with sexual images of my mom, but even that didn't help. Over the years, even as a minor, I would receive messages on Instagram from her fans calling me hot, and "let me blank your mom and we can roleplay step family," and other gross stuff like that. My last straw, okay, I can't read this last part as I will for sure get banned. I don't have any advice for this girl other than the fact that you need to immediately disown your parents. What you went through is how I envision hell to be. I need to get to my happy place after reading that. Denise Richards. Well, she used to be my happy place until I found out what she does now. But before I go on, do any of you even know who that is? She was a very famous actress back in the late 90s, starring in the James Bond movie The World Is Not Enough. That movie was dog shit, but she was also in a movie that a lot of the millennial men out there know about, Wild Things. That movie was also dog shit. She wasn't the best at acting, but she was good at picking men, as she was married to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Charlie Sheen.
Honk that horn, lady. Wah, 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 wah.
Regardless, she wound up in the OF game, and not for the reason you were probably thinking. It wasn't because she was living the classic Hollywood lifestyle and was doing it to avoid bankruptcy. Nope. Instead, and I'm not joking when I say this, but it was because her daughter, Sammy Sheen, joined OF. She did it as an act of solidarity. How brave. But don't worry, everyone, the mother did have her daughter agree to one rule with her, that they can't view each other's content. Glad they got that sorted out, but instead, couldn't that one rule have been, I don't know, no OnlyFans? I mean, I get that Sammy really wanted an apartment, and instead of working a real job, she thought the next best alternative was being a star. But as a mom, couldn't you have said, go to college? Become a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, anything that's productive to society? I just don't understand. Charlie Sheen, Sammy's dad, gets it somehow, and this dude has been on hard drugs for decades. When asked about if he approves of his daughter's OF account, he said, I do not condone this. Simple, but the best answer. Denise, on the other end, just encourages her daughter's behavior by saying stuff like, all I can do as a parent is guide her and trust her judgment. And I really am so proud of Sammy. I wish I had her fucking balls when I was her age. Yeah, okay, Denise. You guided her to a life that doesn't get any respect, and almost any person looks down on these professions for good reason. The domestic violence, the hard drugs, the abuse that all these girls endure is not good. And nobody is looking at your daughter and thinking that she has guts for what she is doing. She took the easy way out in life, knowing full well she could monetize her body and make millions. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I respect anybody 1,000 times more that works at McDonald's flipping burgers and getting paid $14 an hour versus an OF star any day of the week. It's crazy that we put these OF moms on pedestals. And it's also crazy I don't have a girlfriend. Fuck my life.